Am I the asshole? For telling my sister to accept her daughter is white? Both me and my sister are Caucasian Latinas. However, she's always been more tan than me, a fact she's always been very proud of. For reference, my skin tone is close to Aubrey Plaza's, while hers is closer to Gina Rodriguez's. When we were younger, she would constantly talk about how European I looked compared to her, how my hair looked more blonde than brown, which no one ever agreed with, and how certain colors I like looked awful on me due to my skin tone. I almost never said anything because I was 6 years older and had better things to do. Also, while I did have many insecurities, I never doubted I was beautiful. Fast forward to now, we both have kids. My husband is a little more tan than me, and both our children 8M and 3F have the same skin tone as their father. My sister's ex and baby daddy, however, was a very pale Swiss guy. My niece is a fair-skinned girl with dark blonde hair, while my daughter is more tan and has dark brown hair. Everyone agrees that both girls are beautiful, but their skin tones have always bugged my sister. She insists that both girls are equally tan, that her daughter's hair is light brown, and that my daughter spends too much time in the sun. Last weekend, we all had dinner at my father's place. My son brought his notebook and drew pictures of everyone at the table. He colored my daughter's skin a darker shade than my niece, added orange for my daughter, light pink for my niece. He also gave my niece yellow hair and colored my daughter's hair black. He lost his brown pencil. When we showed us the drawings, my sister frowned. She said he was exaggerating his cousin's features, and that he could at least make her hair darker. When my niece said she loved the drawing, my sister told her it looked nothing like her, and insisted my son was doing this on purpose. Before the kids could get upset, I pulled my sister aside and told her she was being ridiculous. We had a very small fight in the next room. Near its end, I said something along the lines of, "Listen to me. Your daughter is white. We're all white. You need to accept that and stop comparing the girls if you don't want niece's name to become insecure." We left shortly afterwards and none of the kids have brought anything up again. My sister is pissed at me. She told both our divorced parents about our fight. Our father thinks I shouldn't have commented on my niece's appearance and wants me to apologize to my sister. Our mom thinks this is dumb. I agree, but says my sister is overreacting. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole, and I hope your sister gets help. I feel so bad for your niece. Her mom's behavior is no doubt going to impact her self-esteem. I can't imagine growing up with a mom like that. Not the asshole. Your sister has reached a new level of ridiculous when she saw malicious intent in the drawings of an 8-year-old. Her behavior has gone from annoying but manageable to include the kids, and that is not okay. You were right to call her out on it and should again if she continues to make this an issue. Duh. Like, why your sister had a child with a white man if the features are so repulsive to her. I feel bad for her daughter and for you for all of her colorism. She's gonna give that poor girl so many issues about herself. Not the asshole. She is going to make her daughter insecure about her looks, and it is ridiculous that she got so bent out of shape about a child's drawing. As an aside, she told both our divorced parents about our fight. It always cracks me up how many grown adults I read about on here who still go running to mom and dad about fights with their siblings. I can't remember the last time I tattled on my brother and would feel absolutely ridiculous doing so at our big ages. Not the asshole. You should definitely have said something for the exact reason you stated. Your sister is going to give her daughter a complex if she doesn't stop this nonsense. Both girls are beautiful. No comparisons needed. End of story. Not the asshole. My mother married and had kids with a white man and has spent my whole fucking life pointing out how much darker she is than me. No shit. Weird how a full Tlingit woman is darker than her half-white daughter. Wild how genetics freaking work. She tried commenting on how much lighter my daughter is than me. My husband is full white, like Irish background, glows in the middle of winter, white, and I told her to not even start on her or I was cutting her off. Not the asshole. Why did your sister have a child with a Swiss man if she dislikes white features? It's very weird, but you are absolutely right about protecting your niece. You should stand your ground. Not the asshole. Your sister is clearly very insecure about her ethnic identity and has decided that the key credentials to be a real Latina are phenotype rather than culture or family or anything else more relevant. It does make me so curious how she feels about Latinos who are anything other than some ideal level of mestizo. Afro-Latinos? Latinos with a mainly indigenous background? White Latinos she's not related to? Peruvians of Chinese or Japanese descent? She also is viewing her daughter as an extension of herself to an unhealthy degree. If her daughter's whiteness lowers her own Latina cred since apparently white Latinos don't exist, she really is not seeing her as a full individual. Like, even if we accepted her racial rather than ethnic beliefs about Latinidad, she'd still be refusing to accept that her daughter is mixed. So there are two very unhealthy things happening here at the same time, both of which are bad for her daughter and potentially for all the children. She should really get some help to work through this, but it doesn't sound like she will, so it's good someone is pushing back on her. She has some sort of complex that she is forcing onto her child. You did the right thing for your niece. If your sister is so obsessed with coloring and being darker, why was she with a Swiss dude anyway? Not the asshole. Frankly, this is the most appalling part. Insisted my son was doing this on purpose. It's one thing that this is an important matter to your sister. But to accuse an 8-year-old of having an ulterior motive behind a drawing? This proved that she was not being reasonable. My mom is darker Mexican and always commented, "I can't believe how white you are," followed by comments about disliking white people. Please interject more. She needs to stop that shit. Edited to add, nobody can help how they look. Please try to shut this down. I had to go to years of therapy because I was not Mexican enough. My father is white and she put a lot of her resentment about white people on me as far as I can remember, starting at like 3. Please get her to see my comment, if you think it might help. I am your niece. I am not blonde and look brown, but I literally went through this exact shit. And I no longer talk to my mom. Her daughter will likely make the same choice if she keeps resenting her. She had a kid, a white man. That her choice. Not the asshole. I knew a guy from Peru that was pale. I had a coworker from Chihuahua that was also exceptionally white. Latino isn't a race or skin color. Your sister is colorist at best, if not downright racist, and she's going to make your niece take the brunt of her bigotry.